Hello, future developers. Welcome to another tutorial with ABCD. So we are going to continue with numpy. Okay. So we are going to be doing dimensions, and then we'll be doing some operators. Okay. To use the operators to do some exercise. Okay. So here we are trying to check the dimensions of our numpy. Okay. So I'm just going to get started. So let me just click here. I'm going to create a variable a. Okay, so I'm just going to copy, do the same thing, np dot array. So a equals np dot array. Then I'll bring a bracket and then square brackets, and then I'll just pass in the values 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then press enter. Then I'm going to print a. So I want to see what is in a. So I just want to print the values. Okay. Okay, so we have an array. Okay, and then I'm going to, let me just type here and then put print into brackets a dots. So we're going to use this method ndim. So okay, so ndim. So we want to find the dimension of a. So ndim. When we print it, it gives us so this is a one-dimensional array. Okay, so using the ndim method, we can find the array, so we can get the dimension of the array. Okay, so ndim. So here we are creating, here we created a two-dimensional array. Okay, so let's just create one. Okay, so let's say let me do a equals np dot array to brackets and then square brackets, and then I'm going to put into brackets let's say 1, 2, 3. Now you can even pass more. Okay, and then I'll bring comma. Okay, and then brackets 1. Let's just put in a value 5. Okay, so I'm going to print a to bracket a. Okay, so we have our values here. Okay, so let's see the dimension. Okay, so print into brackets a dot ndim. Okay, so we have a two-dimensional array. Okay, so two-dimensional array. Okay, so the first one we did, we had what, one-dimensional array, and then this that we did, we have two-dimensional array. Okay, so it's just the same thing that I've done here. Okay, so here created a three-dimensional array. So let's try that out. So I'm going to type, let's say a equals np dot array brackets square brackets to brackets let's say 1, 2, 3, then outside comma, then I'll bring a square a bracket again. Sorry, I had to close this. Let me just bring it outside this. Okay, then comma, then I'll bring a square bracket here, and then inside I'll bring a bracket again. It might sound confusing, but if you practice, you get used to it. So 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to print in the space here. So I'm going to print a. Okay, so let's find let's say print into brackets a dot ndim. Okay, so you see we have a three-dimensional array. Okay, so there's another thing that I did here. Okay, so we want to work with the operators, but there's something you should also know. Okay, if you want to find so the question mark with the shift key and tab key gives a documentation. So let's say you want something. So let's say here I created an array. Okay, and I wanted to get an information on it. Okay, so let's say where's a? So I created here. Okay, so let's change it to a. So just put question mark. There's a question mark a. And I can hit the tab, shift and tab key to see what's documentation or what I can do. Just click plus here, and then you can read on the documentation on how you can or what you can do on about this particular method, or the information provided or the documentation. Okay, so here the question mark with the shift and tab key gives a documentation of a particular parameter. So here what I did was, let me just put A here. Okay, so question mark and then A. Okay, so the variable dot shape. So any variable that you have, just put pass it here and then just put shape. Okay, so you can hit shift and then the tab key. It will also give you documentation. Okay. Okay, so let's try something. So uh, here I created an array p equals. Okay, so I'm not going to type this. I want us to save time. Okay, so just look here, p equals. So just type this. Okay, and then let me bring it down. Let me bring it down. Okay, so here what I did was we are trying to compare the variable p is less than 5. So there we want to give, so using the operator less than sign, so the less than sign, we want to find the values where we have p being less than 5. Okay, you can see it's going to give us a boolean value, so true. So where p is less than 5, we should get a boolean either true or false. So let's see here, let me print, create and then print p. Why something p is not defined? Why isn't p defined? So I forgot to run. It's okay. So I had to run it and then come here and then run it. Okay. Okay. So we have p. Okay. So I'm printing p. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So p less than 5. So 1 isn't less. 1 is less than 5. So true. 2 is less than 5. True. 3 is less than 5. True. So you can see we have true. So the only false part is 5 is not less than 5. So that's why we have false, false. So let's just try doing p less than let's say 4. Let's print it out. Okay, so you can see we have true, 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 and then false, false. Okay, so p we have 1 is not, 1 is less than 4, so true, 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 and then 5 is less, 5 is greater than 4. 5 isn't less than that's 4, so we have false, false, false. Okay, so you can do that with a greater than sign. Okay, so let's change here to let's say 3, and then let's print. Okay, so we have false, false, false. So is 1 greater than 3? False. Is 5 greater than 3? True. Okay, so we can see we have 5 is greater than 3. That's why we have true. And then let's try using the equals. Okay, so let's try p equals let's say 4. And let's print it. So false, 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 false. We have, so I think we don't have 4 inside, so I'm going to change here to, let's say 3. Let's see if we can get some true. Okay, so we have true here. So we have true, true. Okay, so we have 3 here, which is true, true, true. Okay, so you can see true, true, true. So p equals 3, and that's why we have true, true, and the remaining having false. So we want to try p not equal to 3. Okay, so the values which are not equal to 3. Okay, so let's just put, let me put 2 here. So p, then the exclamation mark equals 2. Okay, so we have, so here I need to bring this down, or you let me. Okay, so let's just do it here. So here we have what p, so we have true. So 1 is not equal to 2. Here we have false. Okay, so you have false. 2 is not equal to 2, so we have false. And here we have that's 3 is not equal to 2, so it's true. Okay, so if you go, you can just find out the values here yourself. Okay, I think we've already done dimensions, so here we're just trying to find the dimension of y, okay, which is just 1 dimension. Okay, so thank you for watching. In our next lesson we'll go to bytes, type, and then size. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial.